What's going on? We're back with another podcast episode. We're just going to go ahead and start right away with our little icebreaker. So, Tamara, go ahead and get that out the way.
Alrighty, so what's the most interesting museum you've visited?
Right on theme, Tamara. Okay.
Dude.
That's crazy. We were just talking about that
That's
earlier.
what I'm saying. Like,
It was meant for that card to be in there.
Fate.
Most interesting museum?
Cap.
I've only ever seen, never been to, but like the Museum of Death.
I heard about
I've been
that.
there.
It has like
that one.
it's not what you think. It's like criminal, like
It was
justice
horrifying.
related.
I'll
And
tell you that right now. It's
It
horrifying.
was horrifying.
I never been. So, but you have.
Yeah. I
How
went
is it?
when they were on Hollywood Boulevard or whatever before they moved. I haven't been since, but it was so crazy to see all the different like things. I forgot I went there. Thank you, Evan.
It was a
And
hidden memory.
It was like there was one specific room that like me and the person I went with walked into to where like it felt heavy in there. Like the whole thing was fine and that room felt so heavy.
You remember what it was? Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about it? I think I might know what you're talking about. Was it like Bela Lugosi's mirror or something?
No, it was a kid themed one. Yeah.
I feel like I wonder if it like feels heavier before, because I think they give you like a warning beforehand. They're like before this room we enter. Da, da, da.
They didn't give us a warning.
Oh, so then
No.
you felt that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, I thought it was just me, so I didn't say anything. And then when we left, I was like, hey, that room. And they were like, yes, me too. I'm like, oh, scary.
That's the most interesting one.
That's crazy.
I've been there, like, I can't remember how long ago it's been, but yeah, no. There's some of those rooms are weird.
Intense.
Like that one that was, because they actually have, like, they put, like, dioramas up of it. So, like, that one cult that, like, they all bring
Unalived.
the stuff. They're all just, like, laying in bed, like, fully closed. It's weird. Like, the mannequins look so, like.
I don't know if this is too dark for the intro.
Maybe
I mean,
perhaps.
we went straight dark right away. You could have just said the museum and not got into
Yeah.
it. but
Peace
yeah.
and love. Like, it was an experience.
I guess I shouldn't talk about the Getty curse.
Nah, chill.
What?
The Getty Museum family who owns the museum, they have a curse that's long been passed by generation to generation. And
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, if y'all don't want to go that way.
We don't.
I've never even heard about that.
We went from
Never heard
museums
about
to
that?
horror real quick.
I mean, they go hand in hand, don't they?
No.
A little bit.
This is a very interesting one.
Have to
Yeah.
talk about
History.
it.
Past.
It is somewhat historical.
If you're interested, look it up. I won't go into it, but look it up. Getty curse exists.
If you know, you know. That's it.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
This might be a scary intro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I won't go into detail.
Should I say this for Halloween?
I know.
Anyone else? Any other museum?
An interesting museum, though, I generally would say is the Science Museum. It's like one of the most interesting things I've ever
That
been
one
to.
is dope. The way they got the shuttle in there.
5 stories, I think, right?
You go in there, it's like
Yeah.
the exhaust is like a whole building. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
All the hands-on activities are awesome.
The Nikola Tesla. Did I say that right? Yeah, Nikola Tesla. Yeah, he has a whole dedication room to him, and I was like, all of his inventions are pretty cool to mess with.
When you said that, all I thought about was the car.
I know. That's what popped in my
Dang,
head.
that's
But
crazy.
That's his name.
That was one of the history reports I did in like
Interesting.
elementary school. Apparently, like Thomas Edison, like took a lot of his inventions,
they
and
were
he was
neck
just
and neck.
and Nikola Tesla was just like he wasn't known after for a while because Edison just overtook. It was
It'd be
crazy.
like that sometimes.
They really
That's some
are.
hater
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out there, don't do that to your friends.
Don't take
real.
credit for what's not yours.
For real.
What about you guys?
I went. I can't remember the name.
All of a sudden, Miss Museum when we're talking about it. Now
I
it's
can't
like, I don't
because
remember.
this one was it was a museum, but it was a castle. It's a castle in Cambria, all in like the vineyard areas. The castle of something, castle of someone, but he's like someone famous, whatever, and you know he's passed it on to his generation and family and stuff like that. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful castle. It's like huge, and he's had like different pieces like come to that specific castle to like host parties and things like that, and it was really fun. Each room was like different themed. There was like a Renaissance theme, an Egyptian theme. It was really, really cool.
I think that's what Trisha Paytas is trying to do with her house, is different themes in her room.
Oh, that's she was trying to make her house like a museum or something.
Uh-huh.
She's trying to do that.
I think so.
Ah, it's not out of her range to do.
We can
that.
edit that out, but
Hey,
just a thought.
you actually know what? Now that you guys mentioned it, I just went to Mexico City and they had in Chapultepec Park. It's called Chapultepec Castle,
Interesting.
and it wasn't built for any Mexican. It was actually built for like an Austrian king who
Interesting.
France came over to Mexico, and they're like, "Oh, you don't want to pay your payments to us, so we're gonna set up a empire here."
Interesting.
And so they had someone from Austria. Hey, you want to be? I knew you're a prince here. Would you want to be a king of Mexico? And he
So
was like,
say less.
"No." It was actually he was like,
I read that article. I've read that story.
That's what the guide was saying, and it wasn't a popular offer, but he took it up anyway. So him and his wife came. They made a house for him. It's the only house in North America that a king lived in.
Wow.
Castle, not a house.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And to know it wasn't even built for a native person, it was
That's wild.
wild. And man, they had like things gifted by Napoleon in there. It was crazy.
Wow.
Golden handles. It was wild
Yeah.
to see all that.
What about you, Adrian?
I don't know if I can say mine.
There you go.
The Auschwitz Museum. the
Mm.
I
Holocaust.
did that in high school, I think.
I did that as well.
Yeah.
When they're doing the tour and stuff. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's
how
an intense museum.
That's why I didn't know how
Uh-huh.
sensitive it was going to be if I bring it up, and it's like, whoa.
Dang, I didn't.
History.
hmm
It's
Right.
Looking back,
Is that
I didn't
right?
realize
I'm just
how.
saying, I'm like,
Yeah.
it was dope. It was okay. Not dope.
It was interesting.
That
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've been fascinated with that.
history.
Mm-hmm.
History is history, but yeah, it's just crazy how things turn out.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened in the past.
For sure.
Mhm.
Crazy.
So today's topic.
Today's
I got
topic.
quiet. Go ahead, Evan. This was your topic, man.
I could erase that. I'm just kidding. I want to intro. No, today's topic will be sports and childhood, or sports in general. If you guys still do any of those activities that we call sports, basketball, soccer, tennis, golf, even if you guys even do that, swimming.
Esports.
I
So
have a controversial.
Was
So, obviously, because I did band in high school, the marching band being a sport thing. What do you guys think
stop
about
the
it?
cap. It ain't no sport.
No, I totally
What?
feel like that should be a sport.
Right? I
Like-
mean, I'd like to see y'all play an instrument and march a whole
Yeah.
20-minute show.
Okay. I've
Without
heard those
dying.
costumes are heavy too.
Very.
Like, no.
they have drums
Almost.
Uh-huh.
that you gotta literally hang off your back.
The trombones,
Uh-huh,
and
the
heavy
tubas.
equipment that you guys carry.
Uh-huh. Right? A
The
sport.
the core strength is
Sport.
Yeah, there's
call it
some
a
weird
sport.
sports nowadays. So I mean,
If esports is a sport, marching band is a sport,
Yeah.
and you can't
Yeah.
tell me otherwise.
I was
have you
I was
guys
just about to
seen,
say
like,
that.
Yeah.
Those like new competitions. It's like a slapping thing on the face.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
That's a sport now. So it's
The
like
thing is, UFC,
No.
you just stand in one spot and just.
I'm standing in one spot in UFC.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. You just stand in one spot.
that stuff is like absurd to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as you started
Yeah.
posting that, I was like,
Slap you in the face like
unfollow.
that.
That's so. I'm not.
If that's your cup of tea, that's your
Oh,
cup
yeah, I
of
was
tea.
about to
But
say.
you know, peace and love. But yeah,
That is
crazy.
a sport.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Period.
What about chess?
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
sport.
Right? Like,
See?
well, no, but a lot of people think it's not. But I mean,
I can't even comprehend chess to say it's not a sport. So
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
I mean,
It's like
'cause
a
it-
competition.
Yeah, it still requires some sort of strategy, like
Yeah.
football. So I would say,
It literally is
Yeah.
strategic
Mhm.
based.
life is a game of chess.
What does that mean?
crazy.
I don't know. I always hear it though. Life is a game of chess.
See, I've heard it too, and I'm like, huh?
I'm just gonna nod my head and pretend like I know what you mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
I'm trying to,
there's
like-
certain pieces that come into play that stop you, or
there you go.
Mm.
That part.
you know. But then you have like the king and queen that can do whatever.
Wisdom.
Or you make a move and that you don't reap the benefits right then and there, but later on you're like,
Okay,
oh,
okay.
Yeah.
you see, I was ahead of the
that.
game with that one. Optimism.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Sports that you've done? How it
For
impacted you?
me personally, just to start it off, I did soccer, not in high school. I did basketball in high school. I just did it for freshman and sophomore year, and then That's pretty much the majority of my, like, I guess if you want to call it pro career, even though it wasn't even pro.
That's a pro
Amateur.
career.
There you go. That's the extent of it. Those are my two major sports.
Did you enjoy it though?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. No one ever deterred me from like wanting to play sports. It was only ever like a interior thing. If I wanted to keep going in basketball, like maybe I could have. But you know that I could live with that.
You got the height for it.
Yeah, that's what everyone. I didn't have it then though. Everyone was like taller than me. Now I'm taller than everybody at the wrong time.
Interesting.
It'd be like that though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
When I was younger, I did ballet or cultural dance or ethnic dance. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I didn't really like it because dance teachers, I don't know, in my opinion, are very, like, maybe this might be biased of me saying this, but very aggressive. They like it to be absolutely perfect. If one little misstep or if you, then there's a lot of body shaming too. So I'm like, it was just horrible. But then I found tennis, and then I fell in love with tennis, and I actually went pretty far in college with tennis. I went to advanced. So, and then COVID hit. That was the end of that.
Look at old Rona.
Maybe touch up on that again. Maybe who knows if you still got that.
Yeah, gotta find tennis players.
We'll do team huddles at the tennis court.
Oh my God, I would love that.
That'd be fun.
I'll give you guys
That
a
would be
list.
dope.
Get out some aggression and
I
stuff.
haven't played tennis in a minute, but that'd be dope.
It's all about the finesse. If you're aggressive, the ball's gonna jump out of the court. Something my
Be
coach
smooth
taught me.
with it.
Yeah, you gotta be just a little tap.
Interesting.
Was the tennis something that you just one day were like, oh, let me try tennis? Or was it something that like your parents were like, go do tennis?
It was interesting actually. I was digging in the closet and I found an old racket, and I asked my mom, where did this racket come from? She's like, oh, I used to play tennis when I was younger. And I was like, interesting, I want to try that. And so she's like, yeah, you can go if you want to. She's like, you could take my racket. And I was like, cool, all reliable. That's what I did. I took her racket, I fixed it up, made it new, and I guess went from there.
Very cool.
What an origin story.
Right?
Yeah.
Could have been, what's her name?
Serena Williams.
Yeah, it could have been the next Serena.
Still could.
Yeah, I don't know how it is in tennis to like get into it, but I'm pretty sure it's not like how it is in like basketball or football, having to go through college. Maybe it is. Obviously, there's probably a way for college, but baseball, I know that you could just show up to like a camp if you have the skills. Someone's gonna pick you up, no matter what age.
But they can drop you pretty quick too when
That-
you're in your
yeah.
rookie.
You just gotta work twice as hard as everybody else
Yeah.
because there's just talent everywhere, even out here. But you know, it's untapped. John,
I mean,
They just called you out like John.
you have a sport.
when I was younger, I played soccer and then I played baseball. Soccer, I don't know what happened, but I just stopped going. I think it's because I had friends there, and then like they were twins. They both stopped going, so I was like, solidarity. I'm not going either.
I like that.
yeah.
I felt that. I felt that with the gym.
Yeah.
Like the homies don't want to go. Like
You're like, oh, I guess
but
so.
at some point you got to be like, no,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go. I'm not waiting on nobody.
That's tough.
Baseball was the only thing that I actually like saw through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then,
That's dope.
funny story, but in high school, my friend wanted me to try out for cross country, and I was gonna do it. Like I practiced all summer. Like I got my mile time down.
Oh, okay.
Came to it, and I think at the beginning of the semester we got into a little tiff, and I was like, actually, I don't want to do this. I never wanted to do this, actually.
So baseball, you did all 4 years of high school, or just like?
Oh no, I didn't play that in high school.
Oh.
That's funny.
Talking about baseball.
Yeah, like baseball was like when I was a kid.
Oh,
Like
okay.
in high school, all I did was theater. After I found that, I was like,
You're like sports who?
this is
my
my
place.
I was like, this is more me.
That's an interesting mix. That's a big jump.
My cousins did softball, like from the minute they could hold a bat, and then my cousin plays in college now, and I'm like, I always wanted to play, and I was like, I don't know.
Cool of that.
That was my team. The only team that I was in elementary school was a basketball team, and it was a co-ed team, so it was like boys and girls playing. And I was the shortest one out of everyone.
Relatable.
And one time we were at a game, and okay, so I got a foul, right, or something like that, and then the referee was like, "Oh, you're so small." So instead of doing it at the line where you're supposed to do it, he let me move forward, and I still missed.
Dang.
And the team was so mad, and I was just like, "I'm sorry."
Not coming back.
I couldn't reach. And then he let me try again too, and I still missed. But I did that, and I had fun, but I wasn't like, this is what I want to do. It was just like a. And then I was in a drill team also in elementary school from like, I want to say 1st grade to 4th grade, and it was like the best experience ever. It was like an after school program, and we did like these little dances and competitions, and we made it to like the semifinals and the finales, and I think we won, I want to say 2nd or 3rd place in one of them, and it was really fun. Yeah, it was fun. Cool. That was it.
That's like everyone has a journey. That's what I'm realizing.
I did want to try for volleyball in high school, and I went to the first tryouts, and I looked at everybody, and I was just like, yeah, nah, this is not for me.
Dude, that's how it was at Highland for basketball.
Yeah, my sister was the same because my sister is short, and so she was like, "I'm gonna be on the volleyball team." She went to the summer camp that they do. I think she went 3 days, and then she was like, "You know what? I don't think it's for me." So,
It'd be like that.
they really do.
Just gotta find yourself.
Yeah, you gotta. It's fine though. You just gotta keep finding that niche that you got.
Yeah, I did basketball too in elementary school. It wasn't a co-ed team. It was an all-girls team, and I think I was decent at it, to be honest. And the only reason I stopped doing it was my best friend at the time, who was also on the team. We got into a little disagreement, and I was like, you know what? I don't even care about basketball. And then I was like, I'm gonna do soccer now. So bye. Didn't do soccer, but I stopped doing basketball too. So yeah.
Dang. Like, were you good at like shooting? Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's dope.
Cool.
Yeah. 3rd grade me. Yeah.
What about you spoken on your time as in the drumline band?
Band geek.
Drumline.
No. I wish I was in drumline. Drumline
That's
was
a different
so
thing?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the line of drums.
You like verse like then you're like, man.
No, drumline. So the way that, a little bit of education, the way that marching band works is there's like the woodwind instruments, which is like the clarinet, flute, and all those things. And then there's the brass instruments, which is the trumpets, baritones, tubas, all those. And then there's the drum line, who's like the cool ones of the band. I played the flute. So, wasn't as cool as it.
Did you have like trouble finding your instrument, or you just got gravitated towards?
I started playing in 7th grade, 8th grade, something like that. And then when I went into high school, it was like, oh, if you take marching band, you don't have to take PE. And me, I'm like big brain energy. I'm not going to do PE. I should have took PE if I wanted to do less, because marching band was 10 times harder than PE. The whole first week of school, I didn't go to practice because it was after school. And
you're like, they're probably dropping me right now. And you go back and then.
Yeah. And the teacher, because I had him for band, I would see him every morning, and he's like, are you going to show up to practice? And I'd be like, sure, or whatever. And then finally one day I was like, okay, I showed up. It was so hard. Everybody was so ruthless. And it was hard.
But like you stuck with it kind of.
Yeah, I ended up sticking with it, and then by my junior year I was captain. So
you liked it then.
Yeah.
So you still you know how to kill a flute right now.
I haven't played in a really long time, but if I picked it up,
I played the flute.
Really?
Yeah, in a marching band, but we were in a program in Hollywood for orchestra, and I did the flute for a while.
Flute or recorder?
flute.
Oh, okay.
But
There's a
ask me to,
difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ask me to play. I don't remember much.
Like a flute, like it's obviously you hold it horizontal.
Have you heard the Andre 3000 album with
Which
the
one?
flute?
Oh yeah, every beat is like flute.
It's similar, but it's not made of wood.
hmm
Yeah.
He has like a Mayan flute. Which I don't know if that's any different.
Yeah. There's different kinds of flutes.
There is.
Yeah.
There's one that's like this little.
The piccolo.
How is that considered woodwind? If it was
Because
it
you blow into it. If you
To
blow
make
into
sound.
it,
was it wooden?
No.
the piccolo.
So just a wind.
Yeah.
It can be wooden.
I've never seen a
I
wooden
did.
one.
My orchestra teacher was. She had like a whole collection of them, and she would come and bring them and show us how they were.
That's cool.
That is dope.
It was
Yeah.
like a list.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute.
I bought my first flute freshman year of high school, and it was like a cheapy $50 like Amazon eBay find.
How it goes.
And then when I finally bought my nice one or whatever that I saved up and bought sophomore or junior year, and I named him Julius.
Oh, that's cool.
How much
I
is there
still
like
have
a good flute run you?
Uh,
Is there levels like like this
yeah.
brand you don't get
I think
that
I
one,
think
but-
I paid $500 for mine.
Damn.
Yeah,
Things are expensive, y'all.
very.
Yeah, guitars run like 2 Gs.
Yeah.
For an acoustic guitar.
Yeah. That's why when you see like the high schoolers carrying their instrument case, they don't play.
Oh yeah.
They don't play.
Then they put like did you guys ever put like deposit on yours or something? Like, oh, if I had to pay this, if I messed it up or ruined it, like I had to pay for it.
In high school, budget cuts and everything, they didn't have instruments to give you. You had to bring your own. Yeah. I don't know about it now.
Me either. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was fun. We won first place in our division at every competition. We beat out all the schools in the AV. Period.
You hear that? Just calling y'all out.
Go Eagles
Well, no, I'm just kidding.
for marching band. I don't know about everything else.
Adrian, your last one, bud.
Hey, I was letting y'all talk. I'm not gonna jump in anywhere.
No, I'm inviting you now.
Well, yeah, full circle.
Yeah.
I did soccer, I did football, and I did baseball.
How was the soccer?
I didn't like it.
Mm.
It
Is
was
that why
in-
you-
No, it was indoor soccer. I did it because I was visiting my dad up here on the weekends, and he played soccer. So I was like, all right.
Up here is in Palmdale?
No, out here in Santa Clarita,
Mm.
in the indoor. There's like right where the entertainment place is at, where I've been telling you guys to
Interesting.
go. It was like across the street. But I did that, and then I went to baseball because baseball's been my sport since I was young. Both my grandpas played or whatever they collect. But I did baseball. That was like my love sport, and then I did football in high school. That wasn't fun either.
Did you play organized baseball?
Yeah, I played organized baseball for the MRBL. Shout out to them. They helped me out there. It was dope. Played for the Dodgers. Crazy. That's what the team was called.
It was meant to
Dodgers.
be.
Very cool.
What, were you gonna say something? He's like,
I was about to say, are you a Dodgers fan? But like,
I'm like,
yeah, be for real.
I'm LA everything except for basketball.
So who here watches sports? Just for the people who don't know.
Bro,
You
No,
know,
I'm
what?
making it known for
Actually,
people who aren't in the
let
room
it
right
be
now.
known that I'm a Celtic fan, day in, day out.
I'm a Laker fan.
10 seed.
I grew up being a Laker fan,
Yeah.
but I don't watch it.
John, you don't watch anything?
No.
Tamara?
Was it Chicago Bulls?
Crazy.
That's a
man.
basketball.
But they
I'm
have to
going.
go.
That's the only thing I know. I'm sorry. I grew
All
up
right,
watching
well,
the Chicago
Bulls
Bulls,
fan.
but that's it.
I
Caruso.
don't know. I've only been to one basketball game, and it was the Clippers game. I didn't
So
know.
much fun.
Yeah, I didn't know what was
Shout
going on,
out.
but it was cool. Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah,
to the
basketball games are-
Clippers.
Shout out Clippers. Yeah.
Cough, cough.
Yeah.
Any sport that you go to is dope.
Yeah.
Like live.
It was crazy. They did fireworks
Not any
inside
sport.
and stuff, and I was like, whoa.
It's not. It's even playing it is different because you'd be like, this sport isn't all that, but then you start playing it.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we went to the Clippers versus Raptors a couple of weeks ago, and
Crazy.
yeah, shout out Vicky, thank you.
You,
And-
if you mind if I ask, like, do you guys had good seats? Like, it was like,
Yeah,
was it like
it was
what?
good seats. Shout out Vicky.
That's dope. Where's the Raptors thing?
We were like, we were like a couple of rows up from the court. Yeah,
I'm trying to go to
Dang.
Boston and see a game live. It's not the same out here in LA.
I don't know.
Bunch
it
of
seemed,
haters.
It seemed pretty cool.
Well, no, I'm saying like when the Celtics are here, there's a lot of hate towards the Celtics. So I'm like, I need to be in my my element with the rest of my peers.
Y'all keep losing when it like matters
What do you mean we
most.
keep losing? You're on 10th seed, bro. I don't want to hear it.
When it matters most.
I don't want to hear it.
But we're
Yeah.
on
What,
different
what are the
things.
Lakers doing right now? Nothing. Okay, period.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from basketball, I like to watch UFC fights and boxing.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes,
MMA.
yes.
That's
Do you like to? Or it's just like it's
No,
on,
I
and
like-
you're like,
like,
all right,
so
I guess
no.
I gotta watch it.
Like when I'm not like super into it, where I'm like I know these names, I know the numbers and stuff. Tim,
Anyway.
So sorry.
excuse me.
but like I'll keep up with like, oh, there's a fight this Saturday. Are we gonna watch it? Type of thing, and I do enjoy the fights, and I kind of know what happens and when it's a dumb fight or a good fight or it should have not gone to that guy or the other guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
You
totally
do keep up with
relate.
it. You just don't know the names.
Yeah.
That's everything except the names.
I don't know.
I actually know the names because I grew up watching. Because like when we said sports, I wasn't thinking about like wrestling or boxing in any sense, but boxing was like something my whole family would sit and watch. So
I agree.
yeah, we knew everybody. Like we watched the whole Mike Tyson biting off Holyfield's ear type of thing.
Dang.
We're going back.
Wait, that happened in
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
90
say,
something.
I was like, you were alive?
Yeah, I was.
Really?
I was.
I don't know what year that
What year
happened.
was that?
I don't know.
That was like I was born in 1998, so I watched that happen, and it was.
Did your family? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I was just about to ask John. Did you watch any like boxing or any combat sport?
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah, I mean, my
For real.
family watches sports. I know
Oh, that was in 1997. Sorry.
my parents watch soccer. They used to watch the fights. I don't think they do that anymore.
hmm
Honestly, it's like when sports comes into the conversation, I'm kind of just like,
You're-
pretty bird.
I get you. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Like I didn't realize how like boxing brings people together. Cause man, my family every time a Mexican fighter was like in the fight, the whole family came through. Like
Oh,
pozole was
yeah.
like the main thing, and it was those are memories right there.
That's very relatable. My whole family was like that too. But like we did it with anybody. But of course, like if it was like in the Ukrainian Russian boxer or
Mhm.
anything like that, we would all be like
You show
any
out.
any fighter. Yeah, any fighter. We were just like so absorbed by it. Like we memorized all their names. Memorized all their names because of my family. So I'm like it was like spending time. I guess good times.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
They really, it was all good vibes.
Yeah. I just got into watching football this year. Yeah. Do I know
How's
what's
that?
happening?
Football's fun.
I don't know exactly what's happening, but I enjoy it.
I don't know what's happening.
Right.
but
I was
enjoy
telling
it.
Adrian, I'm like, the playoffs are on right now. If no one knows, and I'm like, I don't really care until like the postseason. Then it's like drama involved. I don't have a team, but I just like I love to see
My team
that.
got knocked out.
Who's your team?
The Rams.
How does
Yeah.
it feel?
What's your
It's
team?
so sad.
What's your team?
Raider Nation.
Ah.
That's my brother. My brother just picked up football
Just kidding.
again, and
We
he's
beat the
like,
Chiefs. We did good
Hey.
this season.
they did better than than usual.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did really good this season.
I don't know. Something about the Raiders.
Is there like a family history with you and the Raiders?
No.
You're just like, oh,
You're
you
just
gravitated towards them.
It was so my dad used to be a Cowboys fan growing up. And then my partner is a Raiders fan, and at first I was like, I don't really care
You're
about
like, go
sports.
Cowboys.
But yeah, but now that like we like sit down and watch it, I'm saying that Raider Nation.
You have the jersey, the paint face, and everything.
The Raiders fan base is dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
We saw their, I forget what position he plays, but Max Crosby was at the Clipper game. He was like right there. And I'm like,
You're like,
autograph.
yeah, for real.
that's crazy. He's dope too.
Yeah.
He's a personality. That guy.
I love him.
Yeah, he's dope.
I mean, we are coming up to the end. So, is there anything else you guys want to add? Or like, we
I
good?
mean, I think all in all, sports is like sometimes it comes off as a very their thing versus a everyone thing, but we're all very different, and sports in some way, shape, or form has had a really good impact on us or whatnot. So,
Indeed.
yeah.
And also for those who like are on like their journey to like wanting to play something, like don't let anybody tell you how to feel about it. Let you decide your decisions, and like if you want to keep going with it, like keep going with it. No matter even if you don't. Just some days you don't like it. Just you gotta keep pushing.
Gotta see it through.
You gotta see it through. But yeah, those are my final words. Anybody else?
Just have fun. Find something you like to do. I feel like that's my slogan now. Just have fun.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people forget that aspect of it. I was like, these things are supposed to be fun. Like, it's not like for death. Let's
Enjoy.
take it
Right.
back to fun now.
I don't
Yeah.
know. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like enjoy.
No, it is for fun. It is for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's all. That's
Yeah.
it. All
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, sports are cool. Whether you know what's going on or not, have fun, win sometimes or whatnot. But you know,
You win some, you lose some. We
Uh-huh.
live to fight another day.
yeah,
Facts.
good vibes.
Exactly.
Well,
You don't need to be good at it to do it.
well, no, okay.
You don't.
I'm like,
no,
well, I'm
you
just kidding,
don't.
I'm just
Because
kidding, I'm
like
just
if you
kidding, I'm
want
just
to play, you don't have to be good at it to play. Just
Exactly.
have fun.
kidding.
Thanks for listening, you guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you tune in. Apple Podcasts,
Spotify.
Spotify,
Podbean,
Podbean, you know, all over the place. iHeartRadio even.
YouTube.
YouTube even. Yeah, you see? Find us on platforms. Follow us on Instagram. Keep up with what we're doing, and we'll see you in the next one.